guys, it's Christy. Today we're going to be making a card using this new Mama Elephant Ella and Friends set. I just love this stamp set. I think it's super cute, and I showed you guys that I had already been coloring some images during Kathy Rakusin's The Daily Marker 30-Day Color Challenge. I had been working on some of these, but I left one free for us to color, so we're going to go ahead and color that today. Okay, so this first image up here I colored with Copic markers. This is the W series, the warm grays. And today I thought we'd color this one in Spectrum Noirs, just so you can kind of see what the difference would be. And so I've taken my color charts here and kind of try to get what would be the closest to the warm grays. Here are the warm grays in the Copics, and as you can see, these here, the BGs, would be the warm grays in the Spectrum Noirs. So we're going to start with BG1. Let me just get that out here for you. And I'm actually going to use the brush nib because I want to lay down as much color as I possibly can quickly, as this is a large image, so we want to get it saturated so that the colors will blend nicely. And this is the nib that I've replaced the chisel nib with, so it doesn't come standard on your Spectrum Noirs, but you can replace them with the brush nibs if you prefer. Alright, so there's our BG1. And we'll go in with our BG2 and begin to shade a little bit. Obviously these are not going to turn out identical. The colors do not match the Copics and the Spectrum Noirs, but we'll still get, you know, a similar look with being that it's in the warm family. So I'm just adding some shading where any shadows would fall towards the back of his body, on the bottom side of his trunk, and a little bit here in the crease. Okay. We're going to go up to the BG3. For this I have not replaced the chisel with the brush nib, so we're using the bullet here, which is good for the darker shadows anyway. You can get nice and close there along the edge. We're adding the least amount of this color because we just want to keep those shadows to where the extreme of the shadow would be. I'm going to do a little bit from the bottom of his foot there. Okay, a little bit on his tail. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the BG2 and we'll begin to blend that out. Just feathering out that color. And then we'll go back with our BG1 and blend everything out. Okay, so I've sped up the video a little bit, or skipped over just some of the blending because otherwise it would be too long. But, you know, basically I'm just going back in and, you know, adding shades where I think I need it, where I think that the colors haven't blended well. Just adding more color. An image like this is going to take a lot of ink because it's a large image, and if you want to have a nice shading, you know, you're going to have to go back and forth a bit with your markers to get that. But that's nothing to be afraid of. Just keep working at it until you get the look that you like. And I think I've got it just about where I want it here now. I'm going to go over a couple more places with my lightest shade, the BG1, and just finish adding in that color there. Okay. There we go. And if we want a little bit of a rosy cheek, we can add some PP1 maybe. Just add a little bit there. Not too much, just real soft. Okay, so now that that's dried for just a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with my BG2. And I'm going to add just a few little freckles and dots and things along a couple little places on his body. You know, this is skin, and no skin is perfect, so I'm going in with BG3, just a couple, not too many. Mainly along his ear and his hindquarters back here. Maybe a little bit under here and there, and maybe along his trunk. Okay. And then I'm going to go right over that with the BG2 because I don't want that to be too pronounced there. Just kind of softening that up. I'm going to blend these ones in a little bit better because I don't need a ton of them. Alright, so there are our two elephants. I'm going to go ahead and die cut them both out so you can see them side by side. Okay, so here are our two elephants. This one is the one that I colored originally with Copics. And then this is the one we just colored with the Spectrum Noirs. So they're a little bit different, you know, but it's all about preference, you know. I like them both. So anyway, we're going to use the one we colored today for our card. To assemble our scene, I've gone and die cut 2 pieces of cardstock with the Mama Elephant Fem Frames dies. This is MFT's Snow Cone, and this is W+9's Green Acres. I've die cut both of those, and then I've also used the Lawn Fawn Grassy Border die to die cut the grass out of there. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate these 2 pieces. There we go, and I can save this for another card. Okay. I'm going to attach my grassy strip with foam tape so I can start to lay out my scene. Actually, I think I want to cut that in half or trim some of that out because I want to be able to tuck things underneath. And that foam tape takes up pretty much that whole border. So we can go ahead and attach this right away. Just line that up at the bottom of our focal panel here. Alright. And we can kind of figure out how we want our items to be. We're going to use this little bunny today as well. And I have also die cut, well, I just keep on hand, a bunch of these Lawn Fawn Stitch Clouds. These are from the Spring Showers die set. And then I have also stamped and die cut a bunch of flowers and butterflies from the Mama Elephant in My Heart stamp set. This is one of my favorite stamp sets, and it's got a lot of really great little images here. So I've used the butterfly and this flower here. So we can go ahead and lay some of these out. I wanted to make it as though the bunny is reaching to try to catch the butterflies. So I'm just going to continue to lay some items out here on the card, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Alright, so I've gone ahead and attached all my images. I've added these 4 butterflies and these 3 flowers here with foam tape, and then these 2 flowers and this butterfly are just glued flat on the card. So that way I have a variety of dimension on my project. Also, I did go ahead and stamp that sentiment off camera just because it was such a tight fit and I really had to get over it to see where I was going. So I went ahead and did that. But that is how our focal panel is looking now. So now we can go ahead and assemble the card. So I've got a piece of W+9 Dove Gray cardstock and a piece of pattern paper from the American Crafts Spring Collection here. And this is die cut with the other of that Mama Elephant's Fem Frames dies. It's a 2 set. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my ATG and adhere this panel down to our card base. Okay. And then I'll just grab some foam tape. Alright, and then we'll just line that up in the center and press that into place. And that completes our card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.